Hey, Cotton Bridge family, it is Evan here. Hope you're having a wonderful afternoon or early evening since we're right around 5 p.m. Eastern Time. Hey, London, thanks for watching from Florida. Everybody come into the room, share. We have some news about Louise, and so let's get to it, guys. So let's go ahead and talk about numbers because you guys have been amazing over the past 48 hours ever since we told you guys about this need. And we were at 15,373 for our entire Moving Mountains campaign. But for Louise, that particular mountain, we've made so much progress. Thank you guys so much. It's been amazing. You guys have raised over $2,000 so far to her care. We're expecting it to be more of a a $5,000 type of procedure, but we'll go more into that in a little bit. But yeah, we're just so thankful. Thank you guys so much for donating. Right now, there is a kind of like a freebie. If you donate the next 50 people, I think that we're at. Let me look at my numbers here. I think we still have 43-ish buttons still available. So if you haven't donated yet, go ahead and donate. The next 50 people will be able to get that special button, and I think I have a picture of it here right now. There it is. So Pigs, always rooting for you, and that'll be a freebie for if you decide to help us help Louise. And for those who don't know what the whole issue with Louise is has a mass in her abdomen, and we took her to UGA today. And UGA is a vet hospital in Athens, Georgia. Typically what would happen in this procedure is we would go in, get her imaging done, whether that be a CT scan or a MRI scan. We're not quite sure which one we're going to go with yet, or which one the doctor would rather go with, is what I should say. And once they have the imaging, they'll know exactly what type of surgery will be appropriate. And that will determine kind of like her chances of survival, and we expect them to be very high. So let me go ahead and show an update from Josh and about this afternoon and what we found out from the vet.
Hi everybody, just wanted to give a quick update on Louise, and just talked with the doctor at University of Georgia Veterinary Hospital, and they had a major surgery that they were in today. So they have checked all of Dr. Blackwell's notes from here, talked to me about any changes in her behavior, anything we've noticed, and then looked at the results from Dr. Blackwell from the ultrasound. So right now, her doctor is going to meet with the entire surgical team to discuss how to move forward as far as imaging goes, whether that will be a CAT scan or an MRI. And they feel it's possible they could get the information they need from a CAT scan, but we definitely know that the MRI would show everything. So he's going to talk to the surgical team and kind of come up with their game plan on that. It will be tomorrow before she has her imaging, and then depending on how she is doing under anesthesia during the imaging, they may possibly be able to move her directly into surgery. If she seems to not be doing as well being under that long, they would bring her out and then plan the surgery for the following day. So tomorrow we will know a lot more. He's going to call me back later this evening with how they decide to move forward. With a CT scan, it's a shorter procedure, so they could usually definitely move directly into surgery. With the MRI, it is a longer procedure, so depending on how she's doing under anesthesia would be the deciding factor on whether they would go ahead with surgery right then or whether they would wait and take her into surgery the following day. All of that said, the imaging will also show them whether, for some reason, in our, we definitely want them to have the best imaging. I told them to, we want them to do whatever was necessary to get all the information they need to feel comfortable operating and knowing exactly what we were looking at. So I will update everyone as soon as we know anything. And thank you so much, everyone, for helping out, for helping us to save Louise, helping her get this treatment. It's funny because the fundraising goal for this is exactly the ballpark quote that they gave me today. So they're hoping that they will be able to keep it within that range. So I told him, this was not our first time dealing with the tumor removals like this. We've had several other pigs who had masses in the abdomen that had to be removed. So we were pretty prepared for the amount that would be necessary. So we were right on target with that. So thank you so much. I think, and Evan can update better, but I think we're approaching the halfway mark for that total final bill. So please, if you haven't donated, now is a great time to do it. And I'll let Evan kind of explain anything else when it comes to where we are fundraising wise. And I know he's got a new perk for people giving a certain amount. So thank you all so much, and we will update soon.
Oh, sorry guys. Thanks for reminding me. No sound. Sorry about that. Hopefully you guys can hear me now. So yeah, we'll be knowing more tomorrow, and really get a better idea of the surgery and what it's going to take. If it's going to be a CT scan or if it's going to be MRI, and it's going to be pretty tough. Because she's a sweetie, and she is very attached to our family here at the farm, and we miss her already, and we love her very much. And I'm going to show you something that Josh made 4 years ago. Now, mind you, we have been involved with Cotton Branch for about 6 years, and so there's a train coming by, so if you hear that, sorry. So we have been basically, in Cotton Branch for about 6 years, but this video was made 4 years ago to highlight Louise, and I want you guys to see Louise. And she's still the same way, but I want y'all to see this video. So here is the story of Louise.
Louise, we first found out about, someone notified Evan and I that she was in an animal control shelter that's a high kill shelter in North Carolina, and her euthanasia date was only 5 days away. We reached out to all the sanctuaries we could find in North Carolina and either got no response or simple no's, and one offered just to at least post her on his page. And Jan, the director of Cotton Branch, saw that and reached out to us, and decided that we needed to pick Louise up and take her to Cotton Branch. And when we went to get her, the animal control employees had tried to hog tie her to put her in our car, which really upset her and us. We were able to lift her into the back of the SUV, And she was so upset I got in the back with her to try to comfort her. Well, as you can see, she's a big baby, so she laid her head in my lap and whined and was very upset if I ever tried to get in the front seat to sit down. So I stayed in the back with her for the 2.5-hour trip to the sanctuary. When we arrived at Cotton Branch with Louise and we let her out of the car, she immediately went and found a mud hole to get in and laid down, and you could just see the sigh of relief that she had. And then Jan took us around and she introduced us to every animal here, over 100. Their names, their stories, literally introduced us to them. And that's when Evan and I decided that we had to become involved in some way, and we wanted to help Jan out and the animals out however we could.
So I hope you guys can kind of understand the origin story. I talked about this yesterday about how, she was a catalyst for us coming to Cotton Branch. And I'm so glad that she's actually getting the care that she needs from the professionals, and we cannot sing the praises more of UGA. UGA has very quickly became the authority with pig care in the Southeast, and we are so thankful that we have access to that kind of treatment, and we believe that she's going to completely turn around, and with your help we can make sure that all of her expenses are covered. We are almost halfway there, and I just can't believe that, guys. We're literally almost to $2,500. I think we may be only $400 off. So if you haven't donated yet, let's go ahead and get to the halfway point for Louise. Louise needs that. She needs the treatment. And if we can get to the halfway point, then we can start working on the actual surgery and how much that will cost. So thank you all so much for watching. Thank you so much for donating. And we appreciate you guys, our Cotton Branch family. So y'all have a great rest of your evening. We will be back tomorrow morning talking more about Louise. All right? See you later. Bye.